There's a lot of drama in rock and roll, and most people at the end of the line, they freaking hate each other. Not Rod Argent and Colin Blunstone. That started in the early 60s when they formed the Zombies. How do they keep it together? We talked to Colin Blunstone about that. I'm John Beaudin from Rocky Street Music. I mean, just look at Journey, for instance, just as a band with drama in it. I mean, especially lately, of people who, I don't know if they like each other or politically in Journey, there's a lot of differences, and I can understand that. Look at the lineup changes in Yes, but they're certainly not alone. Look at the Gallagher brothers in Oasis or the Davies brothers in the Kinks. We talk about Rod Argent and Colin Blunstone getting along.
With your relationship with Rod, it's amazing. If I would have come up, and I'm too young, but if I would have whispered in your ear and told you, Colin, that you were going to have this long a relationship with that man, you wouldn't have believed me.
No, I probably wouldn't. I can imagine us being friends, but not still being on the road. If you'd have told me when I was 18, when I recorded She's Not There, that in 50-something years' time, you're still going to be working with Rod and you're still going to be touring around the world, I just could not have believed it. I think in those days, most people, and I certainly was one of them, thought that a recording artist had a sort of a 2 or 3 year career.
Yeah.
I was expecting the Zombies to last 2 or 3 years, which actually that's true. That's what happened. But then we all got involved in other projects and managed to, stay in this wonderful business of music for our whole lives. I didn't realize that choice would be available to me. I thought that it would just be a couple of years and then I would go and get my proper job, whatever that would be.
Well, I know you left to do insurance for a little while. When you left and did that, weren't there people, Colin, that came up to you and said, hey, wait a minute, aren't you the guy that, did that happen?
It did happen, but it was a very... what happened at the end of the Zombies was most of us, particularly the guys that didn't write, so the writing income had a different income stream. They were paid very accurately, but the band, I'm afraid we didn't make the money that we should have made. And so the three other guys, Hugh Grundy, Paul Atkinson and myself, we had to get jobs. We were absolutely broke after 3 years on the road. We had no money. And I phoned up an employment agency, and they just said there's a job going in this big insurance company in the centre of London. I said, yeah, okay, I'll take it. And I think for the first 2 or 3 days, people they did recognise me, and they were quite surprised. But it was a very busy office. The phones rang all the time. And, you haven't got time in that sort of environment to speculate too much about the people you're working with. So they just accepted me after a couple of days. And I think it was really good for me because I was really sad. I was devastated when the Zombies finished. But I got into this job that just took over my life, and I didn't have time to dwell on that sadness because it was very frantic and full on.
Yeah.
And of course, I didn't know that much about insurance. I didn't know anything about insurance. So I had to really concentrate to try and understand what was happening. And in a way, it was just what I needed, I think, to get me over that sadness of the band finishing.
Well, it's a grounding thing, too, to work at a normal job. Actually, the gentleman I mentioned, he left to do either accounting or law, and he found that little break changed the trajectory in his life in a good way. He said it grounded him.
Yeah. I think I couldn't agree more, actually. I think it did me a lot of good to do that, and to just it helps to make you realize how fortunate you are to be in the music business and writing and recording the songs that you love and touring with wonderful musicians. I mean, what could be better? Singing the songs I love, touring the world with my mates, and actually making a living while I'm doing it. I'm so fortunate to have done this.
More from Colin Blunstone and Rod Argent coming up next week. And on some of these clips, Shem Von Treck helped me with the Rod Argent part of it because Shem's such a big fan. And of course, he was the Toto bassist, played with Christopher Cross, Don Felder, Kenny Loggins. I mean, there's interviews with Shem on this channel. Make sure you continue buying our t-shirts. Thank you if you haven't. If you have bought a t-shirt, please send us a picture of you wearing the t-shirt and send it to us on our Facebook group. It's just called Rock History Music, Rock History Book. And we'll put it on the entrail of our interviews, of our videos. Make sure you comment on our videos. We read all the comments. Subscribe to our channel and share our videos. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music. Take care.